Hi guys, this is Real from Real News Forever. I'm putting this video on YouTube on Sovereign News because Real News Forever has a strike from a 2-year-old video. This will be on LBRY.TV on Real News Forever. I encourage everyone to join LBRY TV. LBRY TV is a decentralized platform that does not censor content. It is easy to use and is blockchain based. Real News Forever just got a 500 LBRY credit reward for 1,000 subscribers. We actually have over 1,900. The LBCs are worth about 3.4 cents right now. We also receive tips for our content from other users. All YouTube videos are automatically uploaded to LBRY TV and their site Odysee.com, where they can never be deleted. On to the primary model. This model has correctly predicted presidential elections 25 of the last 27 times. The only two that were incorrect were the JFK election in 1960 and Al Gore in 2000, even though he won the popular vote. The chances of winning in 2020. Electoral College. The primary model gives President Donald Trump a 91% chance of winning the election, with Democrat Joe Biden having just a 9% chance. Trump would get 362 electoral votes, Biden 176. This forecast is unconditional and final, hence not subject to any updating. It was first posted March 2nd, 2020 on Twitter. In 2016, when polls, pundits, and forecasters were all predicting a certain victory for Hillary Clinton, the primary model was practically alone in predicting Donald Trump's victory. It did so as early as March 7th that year, putting his chance of winning at 87%. It's a statistical model that relies on presidential primaries and, in addition, on an election cycle as predictors of the vote in the general election. This year, the model has been calibrated to predict the Electoral College vote. For the record, the primary model picks the winner of 25 out of 27 elections since 1912, when presidential primaries were introduced. The misses are 1960, one of the closest presidential elections, that was JFK, and 2000, when the late count in Florida handed Bush the victory. Still, Al Gore wound up winning the popular vote. Winning the early primaries is a major key for electoral victory in November. On the Democratic side, Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders split the primaries in New Hampshire and South Carolina, while Trump handily won the Republican primary in New Hampshire. The GOP primary in South Carolina was canceled this year. What favors Trump in 2020 as well as a cycle of presidential elections operating for nearly 200 years, as illustrated by the snapshot since 1960. After one term in the White House, the incumbent party is favored to win re-election, unlike the situation when it has held office for 2 or more terms. And there's a graph of the years. To capture the effects of this electoral cycle and of the nominees' primary performances, the primary model uses data from elections going back as far as 1912. That was the year when presidential primaries were introduced. As it turned out, the candidate who won his party's primary vote in 1912, Woodrow Wilson, went on to defeat the candidate who had lost his party's primary vote, William Howard Taft. From then on, as illustrated by a representative set of elections, 64, 80, and 2012, the candidate with the better primary vote tended to win the general election. And you can see these are in their own primaries in each party. For elections prior to 1952, all primaries were included. Beginning in 1952, only the New Hampshire primary has been used as a rule. South Carolina has been added for elections since 2008. Both Obama then and Hillary Clinton in 2016 enjoyed strong support in a large and most loyal Democrat constituency, African Americans, who are few in numbers in New Hampshire. So did Joe Biden this year, relying on South Carolina as his firewall. Contrary to the primary model, pre-election polls are giving Biden a comfortable lead over Trump. The real Clear Politics average in early July puts the former vice president ahead of the incumbent president by 9 percentage points. Biden is ahead even in the survey of a network, Fox News, not known as a liberal bastion. Does his lead in the poll now guarantee a victorious finish for Biden in November? And these are the candidates that are ahead. They were ahead in early polls who lost the election. And you can see Clinton, McCain, Kerry, Bush lost to Clinton, Dukakis, Carter lost to Reagan, Humphrey lost to Nixon, Nixon lost to Kennedy in 1960, and Dewey lost to Truman. As for Trump, trailing Democratic contenders is nothing new for him. He was behind Hillary Clinton in polls at just about every moment in 2016 and wound up winning the election. This was by no means the rare exception that proves the rule. The terrain of presidential contests is littered with nominees who saw a poll lead in the spring turn to dust in the fall. The list is long and discouraging for early front-runners, beginning with Dewey in 1948, Nixon in 1960, Carter in 1980, Dukakis in 1988, H.W. Bush in 92, and Kerry in 2004, to cite just the most spectacular cases. Warning, polls in the spring are barely better than a coin flip to predict the winner in November. So this came out March 2nd. That's many months ago, but it's the primary model, and the model doesn't change. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I think it's going to be a landslide. I figure about 362 sounds about right for Trump. Let me know what you guys think, and thank you all for watching. And I really encourage people to go to library.tv and odyssey.com. I can't put the links in because YouTube might pull the video. And thank you all for watching.